Hello and welcome to Xinhua Live. I'm Guru Dwi Rianto with Xinhua News Agency. This is Hotel Roa Roa, a famous hotel in Patimuras Road, Palu. It's a hotel in uptown Palu, a 3 stars hotel. This building was an 8th-floor hotel, and now the rescuers are evacuating victims. The 8th-floor hotels were collapsed because of the earthquake hitting on Friday evening. The 7 people so far have been evacuated. 14 people were evacuated. 7 were evacuated dead, while other 7 alive. However, one survivor later died in the hospital. 2 dead victims are including Indonesian paragliding athletes. Now, relatives are waiting for the evacuation, and the rescuers are now trying to identifying the location after they have already just evacuated one dead body. And here we are going to talk to one of the rescuers. We are going to talk to one of the rescuer, Mr. Agus. Pak Agus, bisa ceritakan Bapak nama, peran, perkenalkan diri?
Ya, nama saya Agus Haryono. Saya komandan tim Badan SAR Nasional Indonesia, Basarnas.
This is Agus Haryono, the coordinator of National Search and Rescue Team. And terus Pak Agus bisa jelaskan misi dari evakuasi ini?
Ya, jadi kita ini misinya tentunya mencari korban yang kemungkinan masih selamat di reruntuhan Hotel Roa Roa ini. Jadi ini hari ini kita kerahkan full tim ya, rescuer, kemudian alat berat, eskavator, kemudian juga peralatan-peralatan untuk live locator, dan juga dukungan dari anjing pelacak atau K9.
So they are trying to identifying the victims. They deployed heavy equipment, excavator, and the full team, and also 4 dogs to identify, to spot the life. And then berapa orang Pak kira-kira yang ada di sini?
Informasi dari pemilik hotel pada saat kejadian itu diperkirakan ada 28 yang diduga terperangkap di dalam hotel.
So according to the hotel management, 28 people were trapped in the hotel. Terus berapa orang yang sudah diselamatkan?
Yang sudah diselamatkan 11 tambah. Hari ini 14, 7 selamat, 7 meninggal.
So 14 victims were evacuated, 7 survived, and then 7 again dead. And yang selamat 7 selamat, katanya tinggal 1 di lokasi. Apakah itu benar? Di rumah sakit?
Saya dengar infonya seperti itu, tapi saya tidak memonitor karena saya fokus kerja di sini. Tapi pada saat kami evakuasi, yang bersangkutan selamat. Kalau nggak salah, kami evakuasi 2 hari yang lalu.
So 2 days ago, 7 victims were evacuated alive. And Pak Aku, tadi hotelnya berapa lantai sebenarnya? Dan
6.
Jadi selama ini 8 lantai itu tidak tepat ya?
Info yang saya dengar 6, tapi tidak tahu, mungkin antara 6 8 itu.
So it's around 6 to 8. Terus kira-kira ada masih berapa korban dan pencarian akan sampai kapan?
Kalau dari perkiraan manajemen hotel ada 28, kemudian kita sudah ambil 14, berarti ya kita perkirakan masih dugaan 14 di dalam.
Kalau evakuasinya akan berlangsung sampai kapan?
Kita mungkin akan sampai masa tanggap darurat. Kalau SOP kita 7 hari. Tapi nanti 7 hari kalau kita lihat masih ada tanda-tanda korban ditemukan, akan kita perpanjang lagi sampai dengan masa tanggap darurat yang ditetapkan oleh pemerintah daerah.
So it's 7 days period of evacuation, but if it can be extended to 7 more days, because 14 more victims were still trapped. But the regional government will decide if the period is extended or not. Okay, Yan, thank you very much,
Terima kasih.
Mr. Agus. Makasih banyak. Semoga berhasil.
Terima kasih.
Have a good life.
Iya.
Okay, thank you. And those are. Okay. Now we will greet the families, the relatives who are waiting here. They've been waiting from the first day, and the rescuers set a tent on the corner of the site for them to rest while waiting for the evacuation process. Here are the collapsed buildings. Okay. The current information around the death toll from the Palu earthquake has reached 1,230. Vice President Yusuf Kala estimated the death toll can reach around 1,000. Meanwhile, 632 victims were injured and hospitalized. Number of refugees reached 48,000 in Palu alone. Many refugees has no access for food, electricity, and fuel. In some places, it causes robberies at some department stores. However, we still have no comprehensive report from other two affected areas, Donggala and Parigi. Now we are going to talk to one of the relatives who are waiting for the evacuation. Yes, okay, boleh perkenalkan nama?
Nama saya Debbie.
Demi. Okay.
Debbie.
Her name is Debbie. Terus di sini menunggu di mana?
Suami.
Okay. So her husband was staying here while the earthquake struck Palu. Sudah berapa lama di sini?
Dari Sabtu.
Okay, from Saturday. So that's the first day of the earthquake. Okay. And what happened at the time? How could you be sure? Bagaimana bisa yakin kalau suami ada di sini atau gimana peristiwa?
Karena ada mobilnya di sini. Kena reruntuhan.
Okay. So she found her husband car parking in his hotel. So she sure her husband is here dan suaminya belum.
Belum. Ini masih dievakuasi, kita masih nunggu.
Harapannya gimana?
Pastinya dia selamat, hidup.
So we are still waiting. She is still waiting, and the evacuation is still undergoing. She expects her husband to be found alive. Jadi, pokoknya dari ini juga orangnya.
Nah, ini anak saya.
Sudah berapa lama di sana?
Hampir sama ya, sama mama.
And this the son of the victim. He's been waiting since Saturday. Selama menunggu, bagaimana proses evakuasinya?
The evacuation is good, but maybe the government of this daerah is slow respond, and the governor in the center, in the Jakarta, is the more care about our in the Palu region, and then from the Palu government, it was, I think, it was not care about us. The work in here, we are pay ourselves, and the hotel was support with the excavator machine, and we are with the fuel.
you.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for
Okay.
the time. Makasih banyak. And here they are the also relatives waiting for the victims. They are waiting here while watching and monitoring the evacuation. Uh, okay. Uh, Besides evacuation, now National Mitigation Agency is also preparing, is also burying unidentified dead bodies on the mass grave. In the mass grave, around 300 unidentified bodies are already buried in the mass grave. The mass grave is 10 times 100 meters. In Kobaya Indah, Palu, the space is enough to bury around 1,000 dead bodies. The earthquake has caused blackout in Palu until now, so it's been around 4 days without electricity. The blackout electricity has hampered rescue effort, and there is a major shortage of fuel. Now you can see also queues of petrol stations waiting, stretching hundreds of meters, and also thousands of people have tried to flee Palu via city's airport and also the land road. Authority basically has permitted commercial flight on October 1, but only until today, only one airline flies from and to Palu airport. And then the earthquake has also struck Pantolon port and destructed the port. Now government has declared the earthquake as national disaster. The government also opened the door for international humanitarian aid. President Joko Widodo visited the victims on October 30, led a meeting here to define measures to respond the quakes. Three main urgent mitigations government is doing is they are first restoring electricity, second assuring full distribution, and third supplying food logistics. Now more heavy equipments are coming to evacuate victims and also to clear the landslides to its access to Palu, Donggala, and also other land roads. Here around 40 to 50 rescuers are working to rescue. 4 dogs are deployed to detect and to identify the dead bodies. Now the death toll reached death toll from Palu earthquake has reached 1,230. Palu suffered the most casualties, with majority of the victims came from this city, while Donggala and Parigi become also the 2 worst affected cities. Vice President Yusuf Kala expected the toll will rise more. Meanwhile, 632 victims were injured and hospitalized. Number of refugees reached 48,000. Has no access for food, electricity, and fuel. It causes robberies at some department store. Yet, no comprehensive report has been collected from 2 other cities, from Donggala and Parigi. The current statistics only comes from Palu. It is suspected more victims are still buried in several places, like in Ramayana Mall and Balawara Housing. In also here, government has also prepared a mass grave today, and up to today they have buried around 300 to 400,000 unidentified dead bodies. The mass grave is 10 times 100 meters and enough for around 1,000 dead bodies. The electricity until now is still shutting down. There's no electricity, no water, and also the telecommunication connection is still disturbed. Here, ample quiz at petrol station in Palu and its surroundings stretch 100 meters, and armed police escorted the fuel tank to assure the distribution runs well. President Joko Widodo has announced that the victims is a national disaster and opened the door for international humanitarian assistance. President Joko Widodo visited the victim and led a meeting here, and also defined the measures. The 3 measures, the 3 priorities are: first, restoring the electricity; second, assuring fuel distribution; and third, supplying food logistics. Now it's time to wrap up our report. If you like it, please share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.